What's up, everybody? It's Craig Powell, and it's time for another quote of the day breakdown. This one today is from William Arthur Ward, and it says, "The pessimist complains about the wind, the optimist expects it to change, and the realist adjusts the sails." I think this is a really important one, especially now with everything going on, because it's very easy to get caught up in the negative. It is, in the best of times, easy to get caught up in negative thinking. Just as people point out that the power of positive thinking, the power of negative thinking is also a real thing. It can be powerful and consume you. It's very easy to get caught in that. Now with the uncertainty in the world, with job situations, with money, just not knowing when all of this is going to be over and life can start to try to get back to some kind of normal, it's very easy to slip into that. I admit I'm not immune from it either. I mean, the first, couple of weeks of this thing, it was very hard to focus on doing anything other than thinking about what was going on and what are you going to do about it. It's easy to get to a place to be consumed, to complain about the wind. On the flip side of it, it's also easy to be naive in your optimism. I do try to be an optimistic person. I always say to people, I'm an optimist in that I think the glass is half full, and I also know where the pitcher is to get a refill. And I think it's good to have an optimistic spirit. However, you also need to balance that with a healthy dose of reality, because if you always believe naively that things aren't going to get better without having a plan and actually how they're going to get better, then they may not, and you may always just be thinking grand ideas that are never going to come to fruition. So be careful in that you need to balance that optimism. So don't just expect things to change. Actually put the work in, put the effort and planning in to make them change. And then that last part, the realist adjusts the sails. Again, now more than ever, it's important to take a look at things, seize opportunities, because in the midst of all the negative and uncertainty and scary stuff that's going on, there are immense opportunities that are going to be out there, whether they be from an investment standpoint, with stocks or savings, businesses also. I saw a really great article that said the next game-changing multi-billion-dollar businesses are going to be started now. Ones that may come to power in the coming years or decades may start as a result of what's going on now, which means that there are going to be opportunities. There always are. We used to use the recession in 2008, 2009 as a guide of all the stories that came out of it, of people whose worlds were upended. They lost their jobs, they had to move, all these things happen, but then they use that as inspiration to then start something that set them free, financially or from a business standpoint. Now is that same time. Now is that opportunity to innovate, to create. So instead of getting, sucked into the pessimism, or to just be blindly optimistic, let's all be committed to adjusting the sails through this. Be realists that adjust the sails through these turbulent times. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope it helped. Make sure and share this with someone if you think that they would benefit from it. And tune in tomorrow for another quote of the day breakdown.